for the past 10 years, I don't know if it came from China or some sort of DARPA project or what, but there was this persistent cough that goes around and it just lingers for months with people. They don't know what to call it, but I had it a few times, and it would be like start in the nose, then go to the throat, and then go to the lungs, and it'd stay there and be like get better, get worse, get better, get worse, get better, get worse, get better, get worse. And I'm a pretty healthy person, and it was tricky to get rid of it. Although I realize easier said than done for most people, but if you fast for just like 4 or 5 days, done. You get over it, which is really, frankly, probably the easiest way. But there's other things you should know about if you're working to heal that situation. Number one, and this seems a little metaphysical or somehow mojo, but number one is feel like you have breathing room in your life. You don't really have to, you just have to imagine it. I have all the breathing room in the world. Believe it or not, that can have some profound effects. But the thing that I think is probably most interesting to those watching, if you're still watching after that last comment, is something I picked up just this last year from nutritionfacts.org. If you don't know about nutritionfacts.org, well, Dr. Michael Greger is one of the greats. They've got a YouTube channel, and it's best of the web. If I'm an old man and there's no statue to this guy, I will build one. Although I don't know how to incorporate his glasses. The statues always kind of look funny when you got glasses. Do you just put the frames on? Do you just put white marble for the lenses? What do you do with that? And he rarely appears with contact lenses, so it wouldn't really be appropriate to build a statue of the guy without his glasses. That said, there's a video about mushrooms and boosting IgA levels by 50%. Immunoglobulin A is the immuno thing that's in all of it's our first line of defense in all our mucous membranes. And if you eat a cup of mushrooms a day for a week, your immunoglobulin A levels get boosted by 50% for like 2 weeks. So you don't even have to eat them every single day. But if you had a drug that could boost your IgA levels by 50%, you would be a billionaire. And this is just the regular common white mushrooms. Now that's the great thing about Dr. Greger and nutritionfacts.org is not only is he hilarious and intelligent, but he's also, everything he does is backed up with studies, and the way he presents the stuff, he's a doctor, the way he presents it is, it's priceless. In fact, he's really good. So go to nutritionfacts.org on YouTube and Google or YouTube search mushrooms. That should be good, and you find it. It's the video itself says how to boost your immunity. Anyway, so my friend who had this cough, who I had actually caught it from one time. I mean, the dude said, "Here, you want to drink a beer?" And I drank some of his beer before he told me, "Oh, I've had this persistent cough for a long time." And then I caught it, and it held on for months. I hate it when it does. I mean, it's easy enough to fast, but if you're not gearing up for it, if your mind's not there, it's so inconvenient. But I'm telling you, the quickest and easiest way is just to fast for 4 days. I mean, I've done it a few times with this cough, and anymore I don't really get it because of what I said before about the whole breathing room thing. But this guy, he had caught it again, and he was lamenting. And I had just watched this video about the mushrooms, and I said, "Hey, Joe, here's this deal with this mushrooms." And I said, "I really think it'll work for you." A week later, I got a letter, and sure enough, he ate white button mushrooms, and it went away. And it's one of those things that doesn't just go away. It seems like it's always about to go away, and then it just doesn't. I think our collective immunity has gone up, but people still have it. So if you have a persistent cough, and you can't get metaphysical with your ideas about realizing you have breathing room, and you're not able to fast, in my opinion, and my greatest recommendation would be to take white button mushrooms. Oh, and here's another thing, and this might even be one of the best things. I've just discovered it. See, I have a shop, and I sold herbs yonder, but I didn't really sell many of them. So after I moved, I no longer had the herbs on my shelves, and I made tinctures with all these different herbs. A lot of those herbs were smoking herbs, herbs that could be smoked. And one of those is called lungwort. Wort means herb, so it's lung herb. So I have a tincture of it, and 4 times in the past month, because I have it here for some reason, but 4 times in the last month I've given it to people, and it's astounding. The one girl came in, she had just that cough, and I was going to tattoo her chest, and I said, oh, hey, want to give this stuff a go? I might do something. Well, she didn't cough that whole time. And I realized later, and I sent her a text, and she said, yeah, I still haven't coughed. I was just thinking about that. And then there was a fellow who had a cough, and I gave him some. And he was still coughing a little bit, but he wanted more. He seemed to think it really worked. Lungwort, W-O-R-T, lung as in lung herb. I'm sure you can find it anywhere, and it may work with a tea, but what I have here is a tincture. Basically, you just put a bunch in a jar with vodka, and a week later, you got it. Who wants to wait a week? You probably make a tea. Anyway. You've got breathing room.